Hi, I'm New York Myke. This is Roll Right Radio's YouTube channel. And if you listen to Roll Right Radio a couple of times a week from Excalibur Cigar and Scotch Lounge, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's kind of cool. And this is my backyard. It's Sunday. We relax on Sunday. I don't drive into San Diego. We stay here. We relax. We sit at home. We light up the cigar in the backyard, play with the puppies, go for long walks and talks, and it's just a Sunday. So, but you know, it's a good time, and I'm having a relaxation. Sometimes I get up there and I'm, getting on it, man, getting after it all, and it's been a very eventful couple of weeks. There's so much going on, and you can talk about crisis after crisis, because there's the border crisis, the inflation crisis. We're going to talk about some of it, but it's kind of a relaxing day. And I want to look back at this week's podcast, which I hope you guys listen to Roll Right Radio if you do on a regular basis, and I do appreciate all the people listening out there. This week was interesting in that I talked about the conversations that we have at Excalibur. It's kind of a unique place. I go to a lot of cigar bars, and I find one thing unique to cigar bars. Guys are sitting around smoking cigars, and everybody with different opinions and points of view and political, whatever, can all talk. I don't know what it is about cigars. It's like smoking the peace pipe, smoking the proverbial peace pipe. It's that kind of a thing that, you're able to do. And this week, it was an interesting day that I talked about on the podcast, where there were 10 or 12 of us sitting around, and everybody talking about the Derek Chauvin trial. It's not the George Floyd trial. He's not on trial. Derek Chauvin is. And, we all had different opinions. We different people listen. They're black guys and white guys and Republicans and Democrats, and I don't know if there's too many Democrats, but and everything in between, seriously. And it was kind of cool to have that conversation with these very strong but differing opinions, and listen to it. I'd like to have a series where we're sitting around talking and recording it and videotaping some of these things, because I think people would find it interesting how different people can have different opinions yet all get along in the same way, which is what America's all about. Which brings me to another subject that I talked about this week, and that's Tusli Gabbard. Tusli Gabbard, the Democrat congresswoman who resigned this year. I think she was there for 6 or 8 years. She's a former combat veteran. I believe she's still a major in the Army Reserve. She's from Hawaii. She's a Democrat for sure. She ran for president as a Democrat. I agree with her on almost anything, but I agree that she's a great person. She's kind of cool, and I think there are so many people who are conservative as I am, and when the name Tusli Gabbard comes up, it's like, wait a minute, here's somebody we could disagree with. Here's somebody we could like and respect and talk to in a way that enables her to maybe, convince us about some things that, that she believes in, and gives us the opportunity to talk to somebody in a way that, we can civilly and in that way that you very rarely see anymore. Why? I think the reason why, when you're in real life and you're with people that you're with people that you like, respect, care about, whatever. We see it on TV, on the media, we hear it. What they're looking for are ratings. What they're looking for aren't, not a Sunday afternoon in the backyard. They're looking for confrontation. They're looking for things that's going to pump you up. And I don't want to disparage the different talk show hosts who I really like. I think most of it is very appropriate, don't get me wrong. But let's not get fooled into thinking that, Americans hate each other, that we're on the verge of a civil war. No, we don't. We have different opinions, different views, But we're all Americans, and that's what's important. So what's important today? And the people that know me know how I feel about this guy Biden. I despise him. I think he's not just feckless. I also think he's a criminal. That's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. And I'm going to say it out loud. I honestly just have no respect for him, and it's sad because I might have said the same thing about other presidents. Maybe a Johnson, for sure, if it was today. I didn't then. Maybe a Jimmy Carter. I felt that way, but I didn't say it. Why? Because we as a nation so respected the office of the presidency. Yeah, there's always some people that are going to go saying terrible things. Nixon was certainly one that was, berated by everybody. So all the little things that were good were just obfuscated. Is that the right word? Obfuscated. Well, it was obscured by all the hatred that came out. And that was the first time. And then it kind of subsided. People said things about Ford, but not. And then Jimmy Carter came up. I think Jimmy Carter was a terrible, terrible president. What a nice man. What a nice man. Except, of course, when he embraced Yasser Arafat and helped create, the Palestinian Front, or whatever they're called, that just basically destroyed Lebanon and, was trying to destroy the state of Israel. That's, again, those are my opinions. You can go to, places where there are differing opinions. Certainly listen to Farrakhan, listening to Al Sharpton, listen to those people. They may, sing the praises of Yasser Arafat and that whole crew. Certainly. But they're destroying everything we love. And the only other democracy in the Middle East, and that's Israel. And our ally, that's Israel. Because now, thanks a lot to Trump, we have a lot of other allies. Listen, give it to Jimmy Carter. I don't think Egypt would be the ally that she is today without Jimmy Carter. And certainly his Camp David Accords, and it was a really good start. But let's not get too deep into it. The point I'm trying to make is that we can't change people's minds by throwing rocks at them. That's not the way to do it. And we're in a situation now where I think if you agree with anything I say, certainly with the majority of things I say, then you agree with me. We've got to take this country back. The way to take the country back, look, there are two teams in the Super Bowl. There's two parties in America. You've got the Republicans and the Democrats. Like them, hate them, or feel in between, whatever you think. One's gonna run this country at a time. And right now it's the Democrats. So we want to take it back, we got to put those Republicans in there. And that's just the way it is. It's an American thing. You want what's American? What's going on right now is communism taking over. It's a fact. Sunday afternoon, I'm not going to rant and rave about it. But I do want to make a point about one thing I did talk about the other day. I think it's an important point, and I want you to look at this and think about it. This 2.5 or whatever trillion dollar so-called infrastructure bill that Biden is putting out there now. 2.5, and he's got another $2 trillion behind it. Now, of course, it's the Green New Deal. It's the Green New Deal, the big bad wolf dressed up as grandma. That's what's going on. Grandma, what big teeth you have. Yeah, the better to create inflation, my granddaughter. We're Little Red Riding Hood out there. We believe in everything good. This isn't the big bad wolf. Well, yes, it is. And the big bad wolf is sitting there disguised as, we're going to build everything. We're going to make everything good. We're going to give you so much money. We're going to fix the roads and the bridges. And we're going to give billions of dollars to the teachers union. And billions, we're going to build charging stations for electric vehicles all over the country. Like I said, I'm sure Elon Musk is happy about that. And so are his investors. But it's our tax dollars that are paying for it. Your money, my money, out of our pocket. We're paying for that. That's what you want? Well, if that's what you want, okay, get it. But let Elon Musk, let the private industry build charging stations all over the country. It's to their benefit and they'll do it. Why are we entering that? Why are we giving money to the teachers' unions? Unions. Come on. You think they have the best interest? We've gone through COVID. We've seen this year what we've seen. It's totally transparent. And you still think the teachers' unions have the best interest of the students? You think they even have the best interest of the teachers? No, come on. I hope not. They have the best interest of the unions, and that's what's going on. So all this money's going there. Well, okay, so they're going to raise the tax if everybody makes over $400,000 a year, and that doesn't bother you, doesn't bother me, doesn't bother a lot of people. They're going to raise corporate tax. Well, corporation. Let me tell you something. It's going to affect you and me. It's going to affect the investors who invest in the companies that you and me, that we work for. It's going to affect my ability to raise money from investors for businesses I want to start and build. They're going to go, well, why am I going to invest when I got to pay this much tax? I got this much rules, regulations. Kind of scary out there. Boom. It's Myke. Maybe that's why you sold your business, you know? Yeah, I can't argue that point, and it's getting worse. But let me tell you the worst part of all of it. And here's the point I want to make today. The worst part of everything can be summed up in one word. That word is inflation. So if you just make a list. I know this isn't pretty, that's just me. But make this. Put it on your refrigerator and list gas, gasoline for your car, milk, eggs, coffee, butter, lumber, the things that you buy and use on a regular basis. Put those numbers down. Put down what you're paying. Now, what I'm paying today for gas is $4 a gallon. I paid $3 a gallon 4 or 5 months ago when Trump was the president. Now that Biden's in, it's already gone up $1. Where's it going? How about milk, eggs, coffee? Take a look. Put that on your refrigerator and then check those numbers. But damn it, you don't have to put 10 things. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 things. You can put whatever you want. 5, 8, whatever. Put those items. And then weekly, check the price. Or every 2 weeks, whatever you want. Check the price. But do it from now until the middle or the end of June. Give it a little, and then check out where we are. Now, inflation. I've gone, seriously, from $3 a gallon to $4 a gallon. That's for regular gasoline. And now I drive about 100 miles a day. That's my commute. That's where I drive around. I go from here to Temecula and back, go down to San Diego, go around. That's me. About 100 miles a day, 700 miles a week. 700 miles. My car gets 25 miles to a gallon of gasoline. That's, if you go 25 miles to a gallon, 700 miles, that's 28 gallons of gasoline. So every week, I'm paying $28 more. Round it off. 4 1/3 weeks to a month, which is what it is, that's $120 a month, which is about $1,500 a year. That's what I'm paying different. Now look, I remember living in New York and commuting to the Bronx and into the city. Maybe I didn't drive 700 miles. Maybe I drove 400 or 500 miles. But I got a lot worse gas because the traffic was horrendous. And so my mileage wasn't 25, it was probably 15. And that was, if it was the same kind of, because of traffic. Of course, standing there on 2nd Avenue, going from light to light, stoplight to stoplight. So whatever it is, whatever your numbers are, check it out. $1,500 a year is what I just went up, just because of inflation. Now they're going to raise taxes. They're going to do all kinds of other things, right, to raise the money. So this is on top of all that, and nobody's talking about it. Get smart. Look at this. Don't let them fool you. Don't let them make you, me, into Red Riding Hood, thinking that's grandma, okay? Because I don't know that we've got the woodsman outside ready to save us. Although, what is going to save us is getting a Republican Congress. We've got to take it back. We really do, and we will. We will. because we're not going to be, you can fool some of the people all the time and all the people some of the time. But you can't fool all the people all the time. So that was Abraham Lincoln, by the way. So I'm New York Myke. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Have a great week. I hope you're having as relaxing and enjoyable weekend as I am. I'm looking forward to this week. I'm looking forward to doing what we have to do, take our country back. And part of that is I'm going to be podcasting Roll Right Radio. Please be listening. Let me hear your comments. Say things, good, bad, or indifferent. Yelp. Help me, direct me, give me some ideas. Let me know if I'm on the right track, wrong track. I feel strongly that I'm on the right track where I am, but I always want to listen to everybody. I'm New York Myke, Roll Right Radio. Thanks for being here. See you on the radio.